Chicago IL. The smoke has cleared, but for fans of NBC's powerhouse drama Chicago Fire, the embers of a shocking departure still glow with a mix of sorrow and bittersweet gratitude. The news of Kara Killmer's exit from the beloved series and the subsequent on-screen farewell of her character, paramedic Sylvie Brett, has left a void in the hearts of the one Chicago faithful. This wasn't just another cast change. This was the end of an era, a gut punch that still has viewers reeling. But beneath the headlines and the on-screen tears lies a story of an actress ready for a new chapter, a character whose journey came to a beautifully poignant conclusion, and a fandom left to navigate the emotional fallout. For 10 seasons, Kara Killmer has been a beacon of warmth and resilience as Sylvie Brett. We've watched her evolve from a wide-eyed, slightly naive paramedic from Fowlerton, Indiana, into a seasoned, compassionate first responder and a cornerstone of Firehouse 51. She's navigated harrowing calls, mended broken bones and broken hearts, and forged unshakable bonds with her fellow firefighters and paramedics. Her infectious smile and unwavering empathy made her not just a character on a television show, but a friend we welcomed into our living rooms every week. The whispers of her departure began as a low rumble, a rumor that fans desperately hoped was just that. But as season 12 unfolded, the writing on the wall became tragically clear. The storyline that would ultimately lead to her exit was a masterclass in emotional storytelling, a slow burn of love, loss, and the promise of a new beginning. The heart of Sylvie's story, and the catalyst for her departure, was her epic, long-distance romance with former Firehouse 51 captain, Matt Casey, played by the equally adored Jess Spencer. Theirs was a love story for the ages, a will they, won't they that kept viewers on the edge of their seats. When Casey left Chicago for Oregon to care for his late friend's sons, the future of Brettsy was thrown into uncertainty. The miles between them were a palpable ache, a constant reminder of the love they were sacrificing for their individual responsibilities. The shocking news, when it finally broke, was that Killmer's exit would coincide with the ultimate culmination of this love story, a wedding. But this wouldn't be a grand fairy tale affair. In true Chicago Fire fashion, it was intimate, chaotic, and deeply personal. The chosen venue, a fish store, thanks to a classic Tony, Anthony Ferraris, mix-up. Yet, in the hands of the Firehouse 51 family, the unconventional setting was transformed into a place of magic, a testament to their unwavering support for one of their own. In what can only be described as a tear-jerking farewell, viewers watched as Sylvie Brett, the woman who had mended so many hearts, finally had hers made whole. Her wedding to Matt Casey was a beautiful, emotional crescendo, a moment of pure, unadulterated joy that was tinged with the sadness of knowing it was also goodbye. The vows exchanged were not just for the characters, but seemingly for the audience as well, a promise of enduring love and a happily ever after, even if it meant leaving the city they and we had grown to love. But why now? Why would Kara Killmer, a fan favorite and an integral part of the show's success, choose to hang up her paramedic gear? In her own words, it was a decision born from a sense of completeness. After a decade of portraying Sylvie, Killmer felt that her character's arc had reached its natural and deeply satisfying conclusion. I think this is definitely the natural conclusion for Sylvie's character arc. Killmer shared in an interview, "I am so selfishly delighted over the fact that she came to Chicago because she was a jilted bride, and then ends up after 10 years across the aisle from the love of her life." For Killmer, it was about honoring the journey of the character she had so lovingly brought to life. The opportunity to give Sylvie a happy ending, a departure filled with love and hope rather than tragedy, was a gift she cherished. It was a sentiment echoed by the show's creators, who understood that after so many years, it was time for both the actress and the character to embrace a new future. The emotional impact on her fellow cast members was palpable. In a series known for its on-screen camaraderie that mirrors a genuine off-screen bond, saying goodbye to Killmer was like saying goodbye to a sister. Heartfelt tributes poured in from her co-stars, with Miranda Ray Mayo, Stella Kidd, and Hanako Greensmith, Violet Mikami, sharing particularly touching messages that spoke to the deep friendships forged in the fires of Chicago Fire fans. The reaction has been a tidal wave of emotion. Social media platforms were flooded with messages of love, gratitude, and of course, a healthy dose of heartbreak. Viewers shared their favorite Sylvie moments, her most inspiring acts of bravery, and the ways in which her character had touched their lives. The departure of a beloved character is always a difficult pill to swallow, but the nature of Sylvie's exit, a joyful new beginning, offered a comforting, if not entirely painless, resolution. As the doors of Firehouse 51 close on Sylvie Brett for the last time, the legacy of Kara Killmer's portrayal will undoubtedly endure. She brought a unique blend of strength and vulnerability to the screen, creating a character who was both relatable and heroic. Her departure leaves a significant void in the Chicago fire landscape, a space that will be difficult to fill. But as with any fire, from the ashes of what was, something new will eventually rise. The show will go on, new stories will be told, and new heroes will emerge. Yet for a legion of fans, the memory of paramedic Sylvie Brett, with her compassionate heart and unwavering spirit, will forever be a cherished part of the Chicago Fire story. Her happy ending in Oregon is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of shocking goodbyes, love and the promise of a brighter future can ultimately triumph. And for that, we are all incredibly grateful.